Hello, welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use your punches in a different way. This particular punch that I'm going to start with is a retired punch, but it's called Banner, and it's really cute. It's small. I personally have a hard time if I want to have a greeting on a banner. I'm not very good at cutting these little angles and making them exactly even. So what I have learned to do is how to use my punch from the back. So you have your greeting. I already stamped a happy birthday on a sheet, a little piece of cardstock that's 1/2 inch wide, and you can just stick it in from the back of the punch. If you had tried to stick it in this way, you're going to cut off part of the greeting, but by sticking it in from the back side, you can get a banner of any length. If I had something that was really long, I could make it as long as I wanted to and punch it from the back side, and there you've got your perfect end to your cardstock, and you cut it off to the length that you need it. And there I've got a perfect little banner for my next birthday card that I'm going to do. Okay, one of the things that's nice is that you can use this technique with just about any punch. Say you have a greeting that's really large. This is Thanks for Everything from the set that's called All Things Thanks, and at the end of the video I'll show you the different punches and stamp sets in case you're interested in buying them. But this Thanks for Everything is a large stamp, and there aren't really any punches that fit it. Now I could go and use my Big Shot and die cuts, but sometimes I would really rather just whip out my punches because they're faster. This particular punch is called the Pretty Label Punch, but hopefully you can see that this stamp is too big for this punch. However, if I turn my punch sideways, you can see that the greeting will probably fit. Can you see that it will fit? Anyway, we're going to take the punch this way, and what I did was, because this is a narrow punch this way, and I wanted my paper to go in from this way, I decided to use these narrow scallops. And if that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it, just listen to what I'm saying. I'm measuring from this edge to this edge, and it comes out to be 1 7/8 inches. So what I did was I cut my cardstock to be 1 7/8 inches so I'd be able to squish it in. Then I stamped my Thanks for Everything, and I will take this, let's see, I'm trying to angle it so that you can see into this the top two layers. You can see multiple layers, and I'm going between those top two layers of metal to get wiggle my paper in where I need it to be. Okay, and then I want the paper to match up with these two sides of the scallop, and I'm going to push it in pretty close to that T. Once I have it where I want it, I'm going to punch it, and then I have that really pretty scalloped end on my cardstock. Then I'm going to turn it around and do the other end. And see, this is going to be faster than if I whipped out my die cuts to try and find a fancy punch and get my Big Shot. Sometimes it's just quicker and easier for me to use these little punches. So now I have a pretty banner with a scalloped edge. Because of the nature of this particular stamp, I might put a little flower or something on this corner to kind of make it balanced. Okay, so I've done that with this label. Another thing you can do is you can take your circle punch, any size circle punch. This particular one is 2 1/2, and so I cut my cardstock to be the same, and I'm going to use this little thank you also from the All Things Thanks set, and I'm going to stamp my thank you greeting, and I'm going to stamp it kind of right in the middle so I have some room to hold it. Once I get that in there, I take my punch, I stick it in from this back side. I'm using my left hand, which I'm not left-handed, so I better change. There we go. And then wherever you want it to be, like I think I really want that curve to be higher. Now I put it in the wrong way, so I'm going to stick it in this way, so that way my paper has more room to slide out the other end. There we go. Does that make sense? See how it's sliding out this end? Can you see that? So then I kind of center it and see how far down I want that circle part to be on the thank you. And then I punch it. And it's got a nice little banner. You can trim it off and make it smaller if you want. But I love the fact that you can use this big old circle punch and get a nice rounded end to any shape, any size banner. So the punches that I've used today, I just used This is the pretty label punch. Ooh, can you see that with all the stripes? Pretty label punch and the item number and how much it cost. And then I also use the 2.5 inch circle punch. And all of these punches can be purchased on my website. And anyway, I hope that you try this technique and with punches that you have and see what you think the next time you're trying to get a fancy end to your cardstock. Thanks for watching.